What is your dream job? Serious. Lego designer and model tester. I want to run a food truck near the beach. Food critic. I dream I work as a food critic for the Michelin Red Guide. Environmental consultant or a national park ranger. I'm currently studying land and wildlife management, so I'm heading in the right direction. I would love to make a living wage just mopping and buffing floors. I find it incredibly relaxing. Other than that, being a writer would be a cool job as well. Carpenter. Park ranger living in an off-the-grid shack. A geology professor, with a particular interest in minerals. I love the science behind how minerals are formed, especially the ones that take eons to cool and crystallize inside of a magma chamber. I want to stand in front of bored college students and yammer on about these things all day. The best time of my life was when I was in college. I think I'll be truly happy spending the rest of it at a college. Shepherd. Just imagine. You herd a bunch of sheep over some mountains in Iceland. It's just so calming. The gentle jingles of the bells. You and the views offered by nature. You have a small wooden cabin in the woods and have the perfect companion. A dog. Not a human in sight. Wah. Ever since I was a kid I wanted to be a marine biologist. Only two problems are that I live in a landlocked state and I am deathly afraid of deep water. Edit. Thank you for all the love. I am honestly surprised how many people are interested in marine biology. Detective or someone who focuses on fraud detection. I love discovering how corporate criminals' mind works. Edit. It seems stressful. I want to be a panda caretaker instead. Edit again. I also want to be a K-pop idol. I really just want a boring office job, where I am doing well-paid office things the whole time without anybody bothering me. And I want to work there only 20 hours per week. That would be awesome. I honestly don't know. I can't be the only one that doesn't have one though. Forensic anthropologist. Writing for a TV show. You know when you go to a candle shop and there's one called Tropical Sunshine. Or something vague. Or when you open a box of crayons and there's one in there called Awesome. Or some other bizarre name. Yeah, I want to be the guy that names those. Someone, somewhere, is sitting in their office proud of that board meeting where their boss said, "We need a name for this bright yellow." That one where they answered, "Happiness." And got a raise. I want to be that. Music producer and composer. I want to write music for games and write my own musicals. Some dance and performance would also be great. Author and baker. I already work my dream job. But my dream is not a job. I want to pet kittens and puppies for a living. My dream job is a teacher, except in a well-funded, well-organized, well-staffed school. Don't really have one, to be honest. I just hate working. Operating my own candy business. Comic artist. Been wanting to be one since I was 8. Doing research about neuroscience. To finally open my own tea shop. It'll have teas from around the world brewed traditionally. And I'll run it with my wife and eventually kids should they choose to work at the shop. Ignoring a total lack of experience, qualifications, and know-how. My dream job is mayor of my city. I think that's the level of governance that most directly allows you to have a positive impact in your community. That or like city council person. Also, astronaut. Always astronaut. Honestly, the job I have now, assembling computer hardware, is pretty great. I like working with my hands. And it's a bit more mentally challenging than pushing a broom while not being really taxing. The only drawback is my coworkers. They're okay guys. But I'm not really a people person, and I'd be a bit less stressed if I didn't have to think about what other people were doing and could focus solely on my own work. An archaeologist or paleontologist. Full-time student. I grew up with untreated ADHD and never went to school. I'm 35 now and medicating. I would love to learn all the thing that interest me. Art conservator, restorer. If I could start over and get an advanced education from scratch. Or literary translator. I wanted to be a criminal psychologist when I was younger. I never went to college. Though. I'm 49 now. It would be hard to do it now. Full-time trader. Librarian. I worked in a library off and on for a total of 25 years as a clerk. But I never bit the bullet and got my master's of library science that you must have to progress through the career path. To be a mortician, funeral director. It feels like what I'm meant to do and I'm already in school for it. Well on my way to making it happen _. I just want to go to sleep. Running a cat hostel. I love cats. Though I don't think whether I could handle with every cat's persona. So in that sense I am glad I don't run a cat hostel. I might be bad at it. Formula 1 driver. I gotta say it is not the easiest thing to try and get into, especially as an American. To make realistic silicone mermaid tails and work with children to help save the planet as a professional mermaid LMAO. But graphic design is cool too. Something that makes enough for a comfortable standard of living. With enough extra for savings, retirement. That lets me feel like I make a difference. Or at the very least doesn't crush my soul a little more every day. Is that so much to ask? Astrophysician. I am not that good at English, so I'm not completely sure how to spell it. I'm serious. It sounds interesting. I would like to be the guy who tests out pillows and mattresses to see which one gives you the best sleep. Rock star. Honestly, it's being a teacher. I've just started my first teaching job a few months ago. It's hard work and I'm still learning a lot, but there are days when a lesson goes well or you help a pupil that makes it all worthwhile. Astronomy. The universe just fascinates me. Deleted. Actor. I have been 10 minutes staring at this question and I don't know. Opera tenor singer. I would love to power wash everything. Being a park ranger in a western U.S. national park. The idea of waking up and going to work surrounded by such beauty has always been a dream of mine. Plus getting to work outdoors would be awesome. Sadly the money that comes with that doesn't afford the hobbies I want to continue pursuing, so engineering it is. I'll just take vacations out there and hope to see as much of it as I can. Game development. Trying my best right now to get that happening. Being a Twitch streamer just seems to me like the most fun job to do. You get to spend time with viewers and basically hang out with them all. Alongside that, you are doing it over games you and they similarly enjoy, so you have something to relate to. I've always dreamed of becoming a physician, but I don't know how realistic it'll be. I always wanted to be a voiceover talent. Either radio commercial production or animation. I went to broadcasting school. Finished second in my class. And I've spent the last 16 years driving a truck for a restaurant supply company. The people that catch the babies out the womb, not sure what they are called. I want to be an idea bouncer. Smart people sometimes get themselves into thought ruts. I would like to be a professional at getting them out of those said ruts. I think my dream job would be to work for a wild animal sanctuary. Although I've applied to many and never gotten a position. I consider myself extremely lucky. I became a firefighter 13 years ago and still enjoy coming to work every shift. COVID has placed a damper on things lately, and sometimes the job itself and the higher ups you have to deal with can get old, but man, it's truly the greatest job in the world. The pay is great. For my area. And I get to hang out with my friends all shift. And on occasion I get to break every traffic law and play with a big hose in a burning building. No complaints here. Oh, and people bake us pies and cookies all the time.